Hugo Bruce and his Chargers continue on their good form as they qualify for their second consecutive Afcon championship. Pep is here to stay. Pep Guardiola has agreed to sign a 1-year deal to stay at Manchester City, and it's good trainings, perfect trainings, and Manchester United as players update their Instagram status to welcome the new coach. Welcome to the Soccer Huddles. Yes, yeah, this is your boy Mujera Bafuti, yeah, and we are back. Football is back, and the EPL is coming back this coming weekend, and I am so excited. I am so happy that we are finally going to go to come and see good football. Not saying that international football is not good, but yeah, as we know, it's not make sure. It's not make sure. So yeah, welcome to it. Welcome to it. But remember to like, share, and subscribe. Aranyaki nyuku, rinyaka fella the like and the subscribe and you're sharing. So yeah, we are back. The EPL is back, as I said, and the top of the game, or the top of the games, top of the peaks of the game. Hey, it's quite chabile. It's like the match of the weekend. We'll see Manchester City hosting Tottenham Hotspur. But before you go there, as a South African football lover, as a South African person, or as a South African born person, whatever you want to call me, or whatever you want to call yourself, I am super proud of what Hugo Bros has achieved, and I think as a nation we need to celebrate this guy. And I remember when he first came in, I know people had their own opinions. They had their all different opinions about him, and then he almost lost his job in the beginning. He almost lost his job. Got the Afcon. I think people in the first two games, or the first game, people were already saying, Hugo must go, Hugo must go. But I said this, and I've remained constant in my supporting of Hugo Bruce, and I've seen it from his starting from his first selection of the national team of the team, and I said this guy is gonna take us somewhere. And you've seen over the years we've progressed. We've now become a bigger name, a bigger household name in African and in the world as well. They'll take notice of us now. What's left is to qualify for the World Cup. That's the biggest one. But I am so proud that the boys and Hugo have qualified, and they've qualified without even having a loss. We've played 6 games. We played four. We got 4 wins and 2 draws, 0 losses, 0 losses. That's how good Bafana have been. And I love the spirit in the Bafana camp, man. You look at the players, everyone wants to be there. I think Hugo Bruce has made playing for the national team a pride again. Has made playing for the national team like you have to earn it to play, not just because you're playing for Kaizer Chiefs or Orlando Pirates. And we've seen in the past that national team coaches have tended to do that way. But I think if you're in the Bafana squad, you've earned your place there. I would say that because of Briskap. I would say that because of people. But then congratulations, a huge congratulations to Bafana. Morocco 2025. We shall be there, or we will be there. However you wanna so yeah, let's move on to the latest news in the EPL as Pep Guardiola signs or agrees to sign a new 1-year deal that will put him to Manchester City 2026, 2027 with an option to extend. I think that is bad news for Arsenal fans because they're waiting for Pep to leave so they can win the league. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. They need to accept Pep is here to stay, and obviously people also saying because of the 115 charges, that might actually pursue Pep Guardiola to leave it. But Chifao he's agreed to sign, so he's staying. And but let's ask ourselves a serious question: Where would he go? Like, if Pep Guardiola was to leave Manchester City, where would he go? PSG? Back to Barcelona? Maybe the Spanish national team? Who knows? But I'm not sure as well because I think being in the EPL at Manchester City, I think for me that's the goal. Like you're in the best league in the world. You've got the best team in the world. So where would you want to go now? Do you want to go and I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, Erika, let me ask you, stock handlers. Where do you think he can go if he leaves Manchester City? Where do you think he can go? So yeah. Anyways, my manager is my new manager. Ruben Amorim is in the building. We started training with the boys this past weekend, not weekend this past week, and so far we've seen he likes to play the 3-4-3 formation. So far we've seen how players have been reacting on social media, putting posts like great training, impressive training. I'm like, guys, now, me, I'm not gonna fall for your nonsense. I'm not gonna fall for your nonsense. You've got 4 or 5 managers' blood on your hands. You've got 4 or 5 managers' blood on your hands, and you think I might be in the minority. You think putting a social media post saying great training, good training, it's gonna no. If you're not good enough, you must leave. That's what I'm saying. And here's a message to you, Eric. Not Eric. Sorry, Ruben Emery. If they're not good enough, they must leave. That's it. Our Retlonyaga players that are here because of the big bag. We don't want players that are here because of a brand. If they're not good enough, out. No. We don't want that those things. So yeah, we start off match day 13 with the clash as Leicester host Chelsea Football Club, and just came in, and I think I saw it on X now. Chelsea captain again has picked up an injury. I think I think if you're Reece James, if you are Luke Shaw, I think you just call it quits because he's crap with that boys. Like they can't play 5 games in a row without getting injured. What's the point? What's the point of playing? Because I think, yeah, no. Anyways, Leicester versus Chelsea, and you've got Fulham versus Wolves, Everton, Brentford, Arsenal host Northern Forest, Bournemouth host Brighton, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Manchester City versus Tottenham. The peak of the matches: Southampton host Liverpool, Ipswich Town, McKenna hosts his former team Man United, and Newcastle versus West Ham United. West Ham United, and obviously we saw the results of last of the it was like Ipswich got a big win, and you know Spurs, like I don't understand Spurs because they play Manchester City, and they were playing Ipswich, and they lost that game. Like if you're big end, you ask yourself, how are we losing these games? Like these games or these matches against these teams, that like newly promoted teams, are the ones that you're supposed to go and collect your 3 points. I'm not saying it's easy, but if only manager or the EPL team, you tend when you plan, you look at those teams, you're like, yeah, okay, Mula, I'm gonna fetch my 3 points there, and there. And they can't do that. And now, surprising enough, I think they might actually beat Manchester City because if you look at it, last season, the same game, it is when the supporters the Spurs were celebrating that Manchester City were winning because they didn't want Arsenal to win the league. And Big Edge obviously was pissed off because of that. Now it's the redemption now. They have to redeem themselves against that same opponent they let them win. Because if you look at that game, they could have won it. Song had a chance, and the keeper saved it there 1-on-1. And I think this is their redemption now. They have to redeem themselves because I don't know. I also think big ends will not last long. Go Spurs. It's either one of the top guys will come for him or he will resign because he says, and he said this in his press conference, that every second season, anyway he's won something. Now you look at the Spurs team. Is it the side that can compete or can win something? They haven't won anything in like close to 50 plus years or 80 years. I might be mistaken, but they haven't won anything in a while. So can they really win something? Carabao here and there, or FA Cup? And we look at Arsenal hosting Forest. Forest have been on fire. Forest have been on fire. They're third in the log. Chris Wood has been exceptional. This for this 10 games, 11 games. Hassan Odo as well as had his say. Abu Anthony Langa keeps wide, good player, great good player. So you they're playing against the Arsenal team that I said. I remember Bazar. Sorry, guy, Bazar was supposed to be here, or Ernest was supposed to be here, but unfortunately, life has problems, But lives of yeah. Anyways, so I remember when we did our last chat, and I said to him, I don't see Arsenal challenging for the league anymore. They are out. For me, they are out. I might be in the minority, but for me, they are out. And I think one of their players picked up an injury for international duty, and someone said. And he said, whoa, injuries. And I think the one who responded was a Man United fan. He's like, how were you guys going to survive our last season, Man United's last season, where we had countless number of injuries? But anyways, we are not there. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough encounter for Arsenal, and I think Forest are gonna bring their A games. But games after the international week or international break, for me, it's just like they lack something. Um, Especially if you've got a team that has so many. If they've got like South and North American players, they travel a lot. And you get Hore. They will reach England ka Friday, which means they won't be in the starting lineup on Saturday or the weekend. They'll probably give them like 10, 20 minutes. So I'm expecting not boring games, just ordinary games because of after the international break. And I'll just give my quick predictions of the weekend. Leicester, Chelsea win. Wolves, Fulham. I think Fulham will win. Fulham are also on a good run of form. Wolves. I think Gary O'Neill will be the next manager to get fired. I think it's between him and Lapotelli, but I think Lapotelli has got himself some time. Got the win till Man United. I think O'Neill is the next one to go. Everton, Brentford, Dykes. Dykes is also on there. I think that's that one game. I see a draw, especially at Goodison Park. Arsenal Forest. I think Arsenal will win it, but they will have to fight for it. Brighton and Bournemouth. Oh, this. If that Manchester City Tottenham game was not played, I think this also is going to be a great game, an exciting game. Two teams that have somehow picked up form from last season. Remember, they started the season not well, and for some reason they've managed to pick it up. And I think if you would say like the international break, who of the 16 or 18 20 teams in the EPL wouldn't want that break? I think Bournemouth would be one of them. Brighton would be one of them. Forest would be one of them because they were picking up momentum, and they were picking up those crucial goals. So I think this game, Brighton Bournemouth, for me also, I think it's gonna be one of the games of the weekend, and I think it's gonna be a 2-all draw. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace. I think Villa are gonna win. They're looking good. Then I think the more you look at it, the more they play week in, week out, they are becoming strong. They did not end up third by mistake. And Unai is doing a good job. And I had Bazero saying he would drop Watkins for Duran. We'll see. City visit Tottenham. The pick of the bunch. Yeah. I said it's a redemption for me for Spurs. So I'm going for a Spurs win. I'm going for Spurs win. But again, you look at it, will Manchester City get is it 6 or 5 losses in a row? Because if they've been on a losing streak for a while now. I think it's 6 games if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's a very interesting one. And Pep has just signed or agreed a new contract. I don't think the players will want to let him down. But as I said, for Tottenham, this has to be their redemption because Baba Tluhe it's last season to win. But at the Etihad, I think they'll do it for Pep. I think I take it back. City will win. Oh, it's gonna be a draw. You see, if it were at Whitehead Lane, City has a bad record at Whitehead Lane or the new Tottenham Stadium. They've got a bad record there. But it's at the Etihad. So I see City winning. Southampton, Liverpool, slot man, while well oiled machine sitting pretty at number one there. I think they're gonna continue with the winning form. I think also like we've seen in social media over the international break that I think Diaz and Nunes and is it McAllister or who's the other one? But I think yeah, they had a little scramble there. Got the national teams. I don't know how Slot's gonna deal with it. But that would also determine the mood in the team and how they play. If he can be able to deal with that without it affecting the team, I think Liverpool is gonna win. But obviously, as I said, Diaz, Nunes, McAllister, they're gonna come late. They will probably won't start those games. But I foresee still Liverpool putting out a strong team and winning that game. Ah, yeah. Ruben Amorim's first game as a Man United team, as a Man United coach against Ipswich Town. Mm. Away. Now, in the past, I would have said Man United definitely, Man U manager bounce, they're gonna win. But I've noticed something. These players are not good enough. I see a draw. Newcastle, West Ham, I see a draw. Like I know people expect Man United to win. I know they will be like, yeah, no, it's a new manager bounce. Everyone has it, but I don't think the players that we have, not all of them, some of them are not good enough, and some of them are the core of our team. I think we're gonna draw that game. Sorry, Newcastle, West Ham. Will this also be Lapoteli's last game at St James's Park? Hmm, interesting. I think Newcastle will put the final nail in Lapoteli's coffin. So yeah, my predictions: I foresee two managers losing their jobs at this game week or not. We don't know. We never know. But yeah, let me know as well of your predictions of what you think all the teams are gonna do. And am I right? Am I right? Having said Hore, I see two managers losing their jobs if they don't manage to get a win. And what do you think of Pep's new 1 year deal extension at City? Is it is it time for us to just say okay, we are all playing for number two, or can we really challenge Pep Guardiola? Let me know what you think. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Aranege Zaka. Until we meet again, prevention is better than cure. Don't risk it unless it's worth it. I'm out.